Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me on today's live training where we'll be talking about the 9-step promises, and I'll go into a little bit more information about what those are exactly, but they do relate to recovery, which, as many of you know, I am in recovery, and these 9-step promises have meant a lot to me as I've seen them get fulfilled and make me want to improve my life, right? Make those living amends that I want to make to be a better person, to be a better husband, be a better dog dad, be a better coach, be a better friend. All of those things are coming together because I have seen these promises come together. And we're going to talk about them specifically, how they deal with your health and fitness, and how that matters in fulfilling these promises, okay? So first, what are these promises, all right? So they're part of a 12-step program of recovery. And they specifically refer to the 9th step. The 9th step is regards to making amends to those we have harmed. So this is the stage of where we have gone through, our acceptance of our problem. We have reached out to God or the higher power of your choosing, and we have made the searching and moral inventory to see where we have been wrong and how we have treated people in bad ways. And we have gone through and we have made the connection that our behavior has led other people to feel a certain way about us. And we now need to go say to these people, I am not who I used to be. Here are the things that I would like to do to show you that change. So there's 12 of these promises that come into play here as we go through these promises, right? As we get into these. But remember that an amends is not an apology. An amends is a declaration of change through action. So in this particular sample here, we've gotten to this point where we're going to tell people that we have changed, and then we're going to leave it at that, and we're going to show them how we've changed. That's what we want to do. Health and fitness and our wellness, they require action for us to change. So we can't just say that we want to get healthy. We can't just say that we want to start working on our minds, our body, our spirits. We actually have to go through and do that. And as we're taking these steps forward and making that happen, you're going to start noticing that you start feeling a certain way about yourself. And these are the promises that start to fulfill. It becomes this enlightened experience, for lack of a better word, that you're going to start saying, oh, I'm able to do these certain things because I have started, putting myself in a position where I'm making changes. And it's not just reflecting on me and how I feel, but it's also reflecting on the world that's around me. How am I affecting and helping and being a positive change for the world through these actions? By taking these actions, you'll see a life beyond your wildest dreams. All right. So then we get into here. So there's 12 promises. We're going to go through these in 3 sections. So steps 1 through 4, promises 1 through 4. If we are painstaking about this process or about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we were halfway through. That's how the promises start. So just by making the choice to change, you're going to notice that this weight gets lifted off your shoulders. Having a plan to make change, to take action, is a burden removed from you. If you don't know how to make that plan, that's where you ask for help. That is where the first 8 steps come into play. So if you're in recovery, you would know that. And that's why you take these steps. And that's why the 9th step is in that position, not at the top, okay? You're not prepared to make those changes. Now we are. We have made the decision and we're going to change. We are now feeling positive energy from it. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. That's the tagline of my company, 9th Step Training, freedom and happiness. Imagine all those things that are nagging you now with your health and fitness, you don't have to feel anymore. Imagine no more pain, restrictions, doubt, or worries about how you feel, right? You're not going to wake up and think, I just can't do it today. You're going to wake up and you're going to feel better, and you're going to know why things may not be feeling right, and you're going to have the plan in place to change that. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We've all struggled. We've all tried all different kinds of plans and all of this stuff. Maybe we've succeeded and failed. Maybe we've just not been able to do it at any point in time. But we're going to learn and grow from it, because what we were before is not who we are now, right? We are going to change our identities through the process of getting healthy, fit, and well. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. You probably hear and see all these healthy, fit people, healthy and fit in mind and body and spirit. Keep that in mind, okay? So I know that there's extreme cases on both sides. You want to feel calm, start taking care of yourself, right? You don't have to worry about, why am I feeling this anxiety? Why am I feeling this pain in my chest? Why am I feeling this pain in my stomach? Why do I feel dizzy? Why do I feel this? You'll just be like, I can relax in the environment I'm in and be present. And that is an amazing feeling. Promises 5-8. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. It is never too late to change. Never. Okay. I don't care if you're on 57 different types of medication. We'll start where you're at and we will build from there. Take the action now. Let other people see that you're doing it and start being a positive influence towards them. Okay. Never too late to change. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. You ever have that feeling of just like, what am I doing here? I'm not serving any purpose. I'm not being a part of anything. When you start taking care of yourself, when you start taking that action, it brings up this empowerment that says, I can be a part of this and I want to be a part of this. And so I'm going to take steps to start being the person that I want to be and start feeling the way that I want to feel. And that is going to, again, bring about that relief, that calm feeling, so that you're not stress balling, and people are going to see that and want to know what's your secret. And you're going to be able to tell them, it's because I started taking care of myself. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. We're going to realize that as we're taking care of ourselves, we have the ability to take care of other people. And then it certainly starts becoming that it's no longer about all the things that we need, because we're able to go on autopilot with those things because we have put in the work to get healthy. It's about feeling good for ourselves so that we can start helping other people feel good. There's the statement, you can't give something away that you don't have. You have to give it away to keep it, right? That's where this is coming into play. You need to be able to feel healthy and strong so that you can start helping other people. When you feel that way, when you take a little bit of time for yourself, the idea of being selfish gets removed. You realize that I'm getting healthy. It makes me feel good, but it's not because I'm being selfish. It's because I want to be able to be available for people. Self-seeking will slip away. When you feel good physically and you feel good mentally and spiritually, it shows. It shows by you showing up. It's just showing up and being available for whoever needs it whenever they need it. And it's as simple as that. Promises 9-12. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. That's such a great promise. Our whole attitude and outlook on life will change. Think about the people that you know that are the most grumpy and the most negative. Chances are they're probably not taking care of themselves. They're probably not, feeling too good inside and outside, and it's reflecting. And you don't have to be that person. Just imagine waking up full of joy and ready to take on anything. All right. You know that you got this. That's an attitude and outlook that only comes through self-care, real self-care, taking care of our health, our fitness, our spirituality. Those are the things that happen when we start caring. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. This is about learning who we are. So it's more than just making money, being wealthy, not having to worry about if we're going to be financially sound, not having to worry about that social anxiety. It's about learning about who we are, creating self-awareness, ways that we can better manage ourselves, way to better take responsibility for ourselves. When we can take responsibility, we can own our stuff. In my opinion, there's nothing more frustrating than someone that blames everything else but themselves. And that's what this is about. We're not going to be blaming anybody else for our problems. We are going to take responsibility. And as a result of that, we're going to have this confidence that says, I know who I am and I know what I can do. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. It's like when you do these things, right? And you start having this renewed feeling in your body, and you start feeling healthy, you start feeling all those good foods and everything like that starting to take effect, and all that exercise taking effect, and you have all this positive energy. It's almost like you get this renewed connection to your mind, all of this blood flow and all of this positive energy. And it's just going to make you be able to think clearly. And clarity equals a clarity of purpose, equals a clarity of yourself. And those things just start equaling a way that you can be available, help others, not be worried about those things that terrify us. What are we going to do if, like, for example, last night there's a storm? What am I going to do if this tornado actually hits my house? All right. What am I going to do? I'm not going to have that fear. I know that it's going to be like, I'm going to be able to figure it out, but first we got to get there. Those types of things don't weigh us down anymore. And we're able to think with clarity because we started taking care of ourselves. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Whether you believe in God or not, you have to understand you are not the center of the universe. You can't do everything on your own. And when you ask for help, you find this way that you have this ability to let go and let things play out as they're supposed to. Now, I believe in God. I trust in God. I have a faith in God. And I have realized that God is doing things for me that I could never do myself. There is no possible human way that I could get sober today if it weren't for the fact that I surrendered to God and said, you got this. I don't. Please help me. And I did that, and immediately I was relieved of the obsession to drink. I can't explain it other than a spiritual experience. I wish that I could in some better way, but I can't. We get out of our own ways and we stop forcing things. We have gratitude for God who has helped us and everybody else around us, because what God does is God places opportunities and people in our paths to help us. And if we want to be stubborn and not accept that help, well, that's on us. That isn't on anybody else but us. So don't do that. Realize that the world and the people that you have put in your bubble are here to help you. So stop fighting that. So what do you think of those promises? Are they extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. You can't just sit here and say, all right, I'm a changed person. Well, what proof do we have of that? When we put through the work, all right, on ourselves, people start to notice it. And that gives us the opportunity to start helping other people. These promises seem so far out of reach, especially if you're sitting here reading this and thinking, what does health and fitness have to do with any of this stuff? Well, until you create the plan and start it off, you're just not going to know. But I can tell you right now, anybody that I've helped and anybody that I've seen take on a healthy lifestyle has had an immediate change in their attitude and outlook on life. And it's something that can't be explained unless you decide that I'm going to put forth the work. And some of those promises are going to come through pretty quickly. Some of them might take a little bit, but it's all about you being consistent and sticking with it. If you'd like to know more about how I can help you make these promises come true, because my business is called Ninth Step Training. It is about making these promises come through for you, about making living amends. And it starts with the commitment to say, I want to get healthy. Once you've made that commitment and made that decision, come talk to me and we'll work through the process that works best for you. I have a plan. I have a solution. It's worked for a great number of people. So why wouldn't it work for you? It's all about your willingness to want these changes. Again, I'm Andy Roding, andyroding@gmail.com if you want to email me. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can just reach out to me through a comment on the bottom of this page. I'll have this posted on my YouTube channel, and you can send me a direct message. So I hope this was all very, very helpful for all of you. I'm going to end the share right now. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me today. And I hope that you all have a great Tuesday and that you know that when you're ready to reach out, I'm here to help you. I hope that you all have a great day. See you guys.